Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
You're listening to Simplicity Sunday with your host, Angela Bingham, broadcasting live on your Good Neighbor station, News Radio WGNS, every Sunday from 6 until 7 p.m. Thanks for tuning into the show, and remember, 1 hour of simplicity can change your life in Jesus Christ.
Hello, Simplicity family. Good evening. Welcome to Simplicity Sunday Talk Radio, where faith meets conversation, and we just have a good time doing it. I tell you, each and every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time, we are your hosts. I am Angela Bingham, better known as Angie B.
And I am Angela Ponder, also known as Angie Renee.
And we dive into meaningful conversations that uplift you. We want to gift you and inform you and inspire you.
Yeah.
And I hope we do that every Sunday. Well, simplicity is rooted in Jesus Christ, and we make no apologies for that.
That's right.
Because our mission is simply just to encourage the healing of the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit,
yes,
just through mere conversation. We want to do that with education, revelation, and I keep wanting to say relationship. That's what I keep, because the last Sunday I kind of got twisted on that, because I know we develop relationship, but it doesn't have that shun on it. You know how we like to do some alliterations up in here.
Yeah, you.
Conversation, education, revelation, celebration, and elevation. And that's what we have on our mind. We want to thank God for one of the greatest producers in the whole wide world, none other than Connor. And we are appreciative Connor, that you are a man of honor.
That's right.
You're saved. You're satisfied in what you're doing, and you're doing the gift that God has called you to do, and you do it with the spirit of excellence.
Yes, he does.
So we really appreciate that. And while we're here on the Sunday Talk Radio, we're glad that you're here each and every Sunday. We do not take it for granted.
That's right.
We tell you that we love you and God loves you too. And a lot of people say, and you can't do anything about it, but I'm going to change that a little bit. What I want you to do about it is to receive it. Because you know what? If you have a cup of water and you have the top on it, and you could put water all day long, but if you never open the top, it can't get inside of the cup.
That's right.
So we want you to know that we love you, and that's from our heart.
Amen.
Well, Angie, I've lit the torch, and we use the torch because the baton leaves the hand, and then the other person may think that I'm still not in the race. But when you have a torch, you light it, and mine is still burning. So, Angie Renee, tell us who we have as our special guest at the Simplicity Desk.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, and thank you for joining us for another Simplicity Sunday broadcast. It's summertime and election season. So our For the Community series is stocked full of shows to help us get engaged in the important process. Here we shine a light on the people, organizations, and conversations that help strengthen our communities. Today's episode is entitled The Power of the People.
Yes.
Joining us today is Miss Angela Wynn and her awesome hubby and campaign manager, Mr. Jeremy Wynn. And Miss Wynn, who is running for state senate.
Is it
It's-
Jeremy? All right, because Jeremy had his finger up on it.
No,
Like
he
I-
wanted to say he's my treasurer.
Oh, treasurer. Oh, I'm sorry, not campaign
Get
manager.
in the mic and tell him I'm the treasurer. Get in the.
I'm Jeremy Wynn. I am the treasurer for Angela Wynn's campaign and Brent Windrow.
All right.
Thank you for that correction. You're the money man.
Yes.
Yes. Shout out to my campaign manager, Sarah Seisuka. I love you.
Yes, sorry about that. All right. So, Ms. Wynn is here to discuss the importance of civic engagement, informed decision making, and why every eligible citizen should exercise both the right and the responsibility to vote. This conversation is about empowering people to become active participants in democracy.
Yes.
Understanding the impact of local and state government and recognizing that real and lasting change begins when ordinary people decide to get involved. The greatest power in a democracy is not those who represent the citizens. It is always belongs to the informed, involved citizens themselves. Whether you're a first-time voter, someone who has voted for years, or someone who has never considered how much influence your vote carries, we invite you to listen with an open mind. Together, let's explore how the power of the people can build stronger communities, create opportunities, and inspire future generations. Please help us welcome Mr. and Mrs. Wynn to the Simplicity Desk.
Yay! This is your round of applause.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for this
Yes.
very important conversation.
No, I appreciate you guys having me here. Definitely is an important conversation, and it's one that I like having a lot.
Yes, yes. It's been heavy for us as well. We enjoy being able to share the importance of voting. Being voters, avid voters ourselves, we just believe in being engaged in the process, and we think more people
Absolutely.
need to be engaged as
Yes.
well.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so you're running for Senate. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got here?
Yeah, okay. So my name is Angela Wynn. I'm running for State Senate in District 13. We moved to Rutherford County 8 years ago. Moved here specifically for the school district as well as more affordable housing, which I could kind of laugh at right now. But my first dip into advocacy on the Rutherford County side, because I had already previously been doing some advocacy work through YWCA, especially with domestic violence, as I'm a survivor of domestic violence. But
Praise God.
yeah. So my first dip was after COVID, and the kids were going back to school, and I heard that they were not going to have a mask mandate. And as someone who had COVID, I did not want to see anyone else have to deal with that kind of sickness. So we fought really hard, me and 4 other moms, including my current campaign manager. We created a group called Safe RCS, where we fight for safe and equitable schools for everyone. And yeah, we were able to get that mask mandate. Yep. And so ever since then, that's pretty much been my focus, is making sure that we're keeping public schools at the forefront, and educating people on the state's desire to have our public school system just go to the wayside.
That is awesome.
Yep. I heard. I've always done work with RCDP. I used to be on their executive committee, but I heard that there was no one running against the incumbent, and I felt it was my responsibility to fill that gap.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Thank you for
Yes.
stepping up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
of course. I believe Rutherford County deserves better.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We need more people who are willing to step into place so that we can be represented.
Yes, and I hope me stepping into this
Yes.
encourages other folks who want to do the same thing and may not necessarily know, how to get into it or what they can do. You know what I mean? I always tell folks, they say, well, I don't like to get political. If you care about something and you want to see change, then that's political.
That's just
right.
and that's the process.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I always say politics and government are two different things.
Yes.
Government
Yes.
is for all people.
That's
caring
right.
for all people. making sure all needs are met.
Yeah.
Politics is when you get in the cliques.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then somebody is left out, somebody is
That's
belittled,
right.
and someone is just in for their own interests. So I pray for people like you who will step up and be the change and make a difference.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's awesome. So, when you hear the phrase "the power of the people," what does that say to you?
So immediately it says that our collective power is going to be stronger than anything that's put against us, right? America has this huge problem with individualism and pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and making it out of the muck on your own. The saying goes, it takes a village. And that's not just for our kids, that's for our entire community. We as human beings were not meant to struggle alone. We were not meant to go through this journey of life on our own. We need everybody to come together for the collective good so we can all be able to be successful.
That's what I call equity.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I'm just so appalled at the people who say, well, what's wrong? And, it's what's wrong. We need to make everything right.
That's
for
right.
all.
Yes.
That we can have that equality to the right to happiness, the
Yes.
pursuit of happiness. And that's in every area.
Yeah, I mean, when you lift one person up, we all get lifted up.
See,
Yes. Yes. I always say that phrase, "it takes a village." It takes you from childhood to adulthood, because even as adults, we need a village.
Yes.
We need a village.
Yes, we do.
Like Angie says all the time, no man is an island.
Yeah, and it's the truth. Especially right now in this season of my life, right, where I am out here, trying to do something good to the community that has always been good to me. So it makes me really happy to see the support that I've been getting. I'm so appreciative for my team that came to me and said, hey, we want to help you do this. I'm appreciative of my friends who continue to spread the good word that I am running, telling more folks about me. So it really is about community, because I can't do this by myself.
Oh, yeah. You need that support.
Yes,
yeah.
I do. I really do.
And a lot of times we feel like that we are not important. And sometimes everyday people can make the difference.
Yes.
And how would you encourage everyday people to realize the power that they really have?
Yeah, so I mean, if you look at the news right now, you see they're doing everything to make sure that they can have the upper hand in the upcoming election season. And for me, I know people get tired of hearing this, but if your vote wasn't that important, they wouldn't be working so hard to take it away from you.
Now,
Right.
Amen.
But the other thing I want people to understand and realize is that while we focus so much on the national stage, on the federal stage,
Yeah.
it's local races that are going to be the ones that affect you the most, right? I remember, we had that big story about our kids being unnecessarily jailed, right? Well,
Yes.
sheriffs and prosecutors, guess who vote them in? We do.
We
yes,
do.
at the local.
Exactly. We talk about our public schools and how we want to see better. Okay, well, that's the school board right there. You want to talk about funding and things like that for roads or whatever it is, that's county commission right there. So what I want people to take away is that while we absolutely should be aware of what national leadership is doing, especially this administration, because it ties completely into where Tennessee is right now. We also need to make sure that we're paying attention to these local races and supporting these local candidates who need it so badly, so that we can get people in office that actually care about Rutherford County and the needs of its people.
Yes.
Absolutely.
When we don't vote, we actually vote in people who
Yes.
do not have our best interests at heart. So you thinking that you're staying out of the process, you don't want to deal with the trouble, it's a lie. I don't like politics, okay. But when you don't vote, you are giving a vote to the person that's not going to look out for you at all.
Yes, yes. Tennessee has the worst voter rates
Yes.
in the country. Rutherford County is not a red county. We are a non-voting county. Tennessee is not a red state. We are a gerrymandered and non-voting state.
Yes.
So when we talk about the
Truth.
importance of voting, they have taken advantage and had a supermajority for what, like 15 years now. And what are they saying right now in their campaigns? Oh, we got to take Tennessee away from the Democrats.
We don't have it.
We don't have it. We don't have it. And I really hate when people kind of fall into that trap of just believing what is told to them instead of having the thought to actually do the research themselves, right? And what I tell folks is everyday people are struggling every single day.
Yes.
I know before I moved here, I was a single mom to 3 boys. So my everyday was, how am I going to put food on the table? How am I going to make sure my lights stay on? How am I going to make sure my kids are clothed? How am I going to make sure my kids, go to good schools and things of that nature? So I didn't have the privilege of being able to see above that and recognizing all of the systems that actually were working against me to keep me in that pocket. So now I feel like I am in a place where it is my responsibility to make sure that I am speaking up and speaking out for people that are like I was and
Yes,
don't feel like they
absolutely.
have a voice
Yeah.
because they don't have time to have one.
Oh, now that's honest.
simply stated.
That's honest.
Yeah, I mean it's the truth, and, and to be honest, the system really wants it to be that way.
Yeah,
they want you to be
Design.
so
Design.
downtrodden.
By design.
Systemic.
Yes, I mean what kills me is we always talk about who built this country and what the founding fathers wanted and all of this great stuff and all of the great work that but what did they build? And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Don't hold your breath. So, Angela, some people, by the way, there are 3 Angelas at the Simplicity desk tonight.
Amen.
We are truly the Angie.
Yes, we are.
I told Justin yesterday, we met him, and he said, I will remember you all because I have a Aunt Angela.
Of course he does.
And then I said, Angelas are nice people. He said, and they really are.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I mean, my dad said he never met an unattractive Angela too.
Yeah.
So
I'm about to add that.
let's get on it about
Come
that
on.
too, ladies.
Put that on the bio.
Absolutely.
So some people think change only happens through elected officials. How important is grassroots community involvement in creating lasting change?
Yeah, so it's like how I started, right? I'm just a parent, and I just wanted to make sure that my kids were going to be safe in school. And
Yes.
so how we were able to work with elected officials, and when they didn't want to work with us, we gathered the power of the people to let them know over and over again in every single board meeting and every post that we put on social media that this is what the people want, and we're going to continue to show up in your
Yes.
face until we get it. And that's what happened. We found the one person on that board who we knew we could kind of sway them in the position that we needed it to go, and that worked in our favor. So that's the thing that people really should understand, right? If your elected officials are not giving you what you need, then it behooves us to be in their faces, letting them know that they need to give us what we need. I say the same thing for school vouchers. I was one of the parents leading the charge on ensuring that school vouchers didn't pass the first time. And when I tell y'all we did not expect to win that fight the first time, we did not expect to win that fight the first time, but we did. And it took the collective power of people who did not want to see our public schools go underfunded to make sure that we're all out there on that hill screaming to the top of our lungs that we don't want this. And it's like, look where we are now.
Right.
They beat us down so hard on this issue. It was really hard for us to galvanize as much as we needed to the second time around. And now here we are, they reporting Knox County is $8 million deficit in their school budget, but the voucher program is getting over $350 million to usher in a new wave of rich people welfare.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
it.
You
Wow.
know,
Go ahead, Angie.
I think it's so important also with the grassroots. Attend the community meetings.
Yes.
Attend the forums. We know you can't attend everything. Everybody's busy, but can you get to one a month or one a quarter? If everyone does a little bit, then it won't be just a few people doing a lot.
Yes,
Because
educate.
yes.
Education, and when
Yes.
education is provided, come to
Yes.
receive it.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
You know,
And
because we were talking to the governor. Well,
Gonna speak. Miss Jerry Green.
Yes. Shout out to Jerry
we
Green.
were talking to her, and she said she won her the seat for 57 or 56
56
votes.
votes.
Yes.
So your vote does
It
matter.
does. Yeah,
it
a lot
does.
of the races in Rutherford County are done by maybe less than 100 votes at times.
Yes, yes.
And I know it's hard for folks to make, county commission meetings. It's especially hard for parents to go to school board meetings. But y'all, they live stream all of this, including the working sessions that the school board does. So even if you're not able to make it to the meeting, even if you're not able to watch the live stream, you can go back on YouTube and watch that
And
stuff.
rewatch it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That's how I've learned a lot about what happens in Rutherford County just by if I'm not able to be present in the room, then going back and making sure that I'm getting caught up.
Yeah.
And I really enjoy. I can feel your energy.
Yes, yes.
And your passion, because I do believe if you don't have a passion for it, you're gonna get sidetracked.
Yeah.
With all the stuff in that comes along with it. But I like how you're standing flat-footed. And I want to tell
Right.
you personally, as a teacher in the public school, thank you for your
yeah,
voice.
amen.
Thank you for your vision, and thank you for the victory that you feel on the inside
Yeah.
of you. And I also want to thank Jeremy, your husband, for
Yes.
being that person beside you.
Support.
Support, so you
Yes.
can do this full force.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
If I did not have an amazing partner, I would not be able to do as much as I do. Right on those days where I don't feel like it,
Yes.
he's the one saying, "Hey, let's go knock on these 10 doors real quick, and we can say that we get it done." Because he knows once I get out there and I start knocking doors,
Yeah, the
I don't
energy
want to
comes
keep
up.
starting
The
knocking
energy,
doors,
yeah.
right?
Just need that nudge.
yeah. That's all I need, and I'm grateful to have it because this work bogs me down.
Oh
Yeah.
Because it's not just me running for office, right? It's still me trying to keep up with all of my other community
Yes.
responsibilities. I felt so badly the other day. I'm on the SOCM board of directors, which is I'm also part of their research project board, and I was so flustered in the middle of things that happened. I take care of my dad, and so him and I had a really bad day, and I missed the meeting by like 20 minutes. And so I'm talking to my liaison at SOCM, and she said, "Well, I feel like maybe another meeting kind of took your." I said, "No, this was my number one thing. Sometimes life just happens.
Yes.
That's
Life
right.
does happen."
Yes,
And
it
so
does.
I'm grateful for this man right here who helps, and I'm grateful for the team that I have in place that keep the ship moving at its course when I need to take a break. Like when I tell you my team is amazing, when they all collectively said, "Let's have a meeting and discuss roles and responsibilities so we can make sure that Angela has the capacity and the bandwidth to continue to move in the way that she needs to
Yes, yes.
in order to, reach out and talk to people and hear their concerns and, and be at the places that I need to be at." So yeah, y'all, it takes a village to elect an
Yes,
official
It does.
too.
Yes, it does.
Yes. And we
Absolutely.
really want to encourage everybody to get out and support.
Yes, right.
And Angie, I'm going to say this a few minutes ago. Usually I'll give a simple health tip. And my health tip today was try a little cayenne pepper in your drinks, because it opens up your blood vessels.
does.
And it keeps the blood flow. Well, not only did I put a cayenne pepper in my drink, but I did some ginger ale. So the bubbles got in my nose. And the cayenne pepper, I was like, please do not let me cough like this on the air.
We'll understand if you do.
Oh, that was so fun. I just had to
put,
share that. I'm sorry.
I'll put cayenne pepper on my food, but I just don't like it in my drinks because
I
it
know.
goes straight in.
In your
and all
nose,
of-
I know it. I know it.
Oh, see, I love a good pressed juice with a little splash of cayenne pepper,
Yes.
lemon juice, and ginger.
Oh,
So
yeah.
good. Shout out to the Main Squeeze in Murfreesboro.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Susan, I
Yes,
love her.
yeah.
I love her so much. when I was excited to tell people that I was running, she was one of those folks that were like, tell me what I can do to help you.
Wow.
And she's just been amazing ever since I met her. Like,
Yes.
you go into that shop and you feel welcomed.
Yes.
And you feel like she's there and wanting to take care of you.
That's good. And you know what? That's how I want people to do with their vote.
Yes.
That's right.
You know, just get out and vote. You know,
Yes.
register, get out and vote. Feel good. Go out to eat after you finish voting, or just sit around and talk to somebody. Just knowing that you've done well.
that's
Yes.
right.
Because you know, when I go in there, my ancestors, I'm standing on their shoulders.
That's
Yes.
right.
Because I don't, when they have to count how many bubbles in a bar of soap.
Listen, and it's so crazy because I see a lot of the younger generation, and mine included, with this whole thing about I'm not my ancestors. Yes, y'all are.
Yes, you
if
are.
It had
We
not
would
been.
if it had not been for our ancestors, there are a lot of marginalized groups that wouldn't have the rights that
Oh,
they have
yes.
today. So it's not even just about us, especially when we talk about enslaved times. They don't want to talk about all of the uprisings that folks had. They don't want to talk about how, those poor white sharecroppers were actually starting to organize with enslaved people.
Absolutely.
And that's how you ended up with the construct of race, right? Our ancestors fought and bled and cried and died for us to be where we are right now. And I will always
Respect.
say we are our ancestors and then some.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
That's amazing. Well, on that note, we're going to take a short pause for the cause. And I want to tell anybody, if you would like to call in, and most of the time you say you don't want to, but I need to still say the number. And that number is 615-893-1450. Once again, that is 615-893-1450. Feel free to call in or to text. But most of all, we desire your prayers, and we want you to enjoy the
That's
show
right,
every
that's
Sunday.
right.
So, Angie, Renee, would you please tell us what's busy in the borough?
Absolutely. Simplicity Radio Town Hall.
Yes.
It's time to get informed and be a part of the conversation. Join Team Simplicity Radio and local leaders for a town hall meeting where we will discuss community news, issues, and updates together. We will feature an open forum, Q&A session, and community engagement. The topic for this Tuesday is redistricting. The event will be hosted July 14th at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Mount Zion Missionary Baptist Church. That's 228 North Maple Street right here in Murfreesboro. Listen, in order to have voice in the conversation, you got to have a seat at the table.
Yes.
And you got to come out to get that seat. Email teamsimplicityradio@yahoo.com for details. Love Connection Ministries. Each and every Tuesday evening at 5 o'clock p.m., join the Love Connection Ministries and Team Tuesday at Oakland Restoration Church, located at 530 North Manny Avenue in Murfreesboro, as they sow seeds of love, compassion, and a hot meal to those in need, according to Matthew 25. Email us for contact and donation information. To God be the glory for his provision. Attention seed sowers. Simplicity Radio is looking for seed sowers to bless our ministry so that we can continue to provide support for people in the community who need it most. If you would like to partner with us in our endeavors, you can donate via Cash App at $Simplicity with Angie, and that's ANGIE, or you can email us at teamsimplicityradio@yahoo.com for additional information and payment options. Thank you in advance for supporting our initiative to help the Murfreesboro community. Simplicity Radio Volunteers. We are looking to expand our Simplicity network and are in search of volunteers who are experienced in the areas of media and events. If this is you and you are able to lend your time and creativity to our ministry, email us for details. Now, about next week's show. Join Team Simplicity next Sunday as we host another show from our For the Community series entitled The People's Seat. Understanding how local government affects our everyday lives, with special guest Dr. Hope Oliver. Join us for an eye-opening conversation on how local government decisions shape our everyday lives, from schools and roads to public safety, growth, and the future of our community, and how holding them accountable is our responsibility.
Amen.
We will see you then for that conversation. Now back to tonight's Simplicity Sunday Talk topic, the power of the people, with special guest, Miss Angela Wynn.
And Angie Renee, I wanted to give a shout out and a thank you for the ones that joined us on for Saturday's Journal Junkies.
Yes.
It was phenomenal. Yes,
We had
hand
a
praises.
good time. We had a good time.
And just we talked about the black pearls and how Angie so beautifully presented that how the irritant gets in the shell,
Clamshell,
of and the oyster makes itself, turn and turn
Keep
that
layering
irritant,
and
layering
layering.
until it becomes a valuable pearl.
It's beautiful.
So whatever you're going through, whatever you have experienced in your life, just know the best is yet to come
Yes, it
of
is.
it. You can make it. It's not your past
Yeah.
that will stop you. It's you thinking back in your past. Because if you think in your present, your future is bright.
That's right.
Amen.
Don't miss the next one. It's October 24th. And if you all come out, maybe we can get Angie B to sing again. All right. All right.
Oh, we just had a beautiful time. God bless. And you got a right to be healed. So
That's right.
those of you that like to write and do not like to write, just start thinking, just write down your prayers to see how when God answers them, you can check them off and then greater is coming according to Ephesians 3:20. Whatever you thinking, God already done it. Come
That's
on here.
right. That's
All right, we
right.
thank you for your win, Angela Wynn.
Come on, speak. Speak
That's
now.
that's literally all my socials. You can't win without win, man. Come on and win with me.
Right.
Yes, and y'all make sure to go out to the town hall on Tuesday because I know there are going to be some amazing local candidates there.
Absolutely.
Who will
Yes,
be
yes,
in the
yes.
room to meet and mingle and talk with folks about the things that are important to you.
Please come out. Very important. So we often hear that showing up is half the battle. Why is simply being present at community meetings, school board meetings, and local events so important?
It's important because it shows your elected leaders that you're engaged, that you understand that you have skin in the game, and you're going to hold them accountable for the decisions that they make. I've always noticed that, especially during times where we were trying to force the issue with the school board on things, the fuller the room got, the more uncomfortable folks became, and that's what really why it's really important to be able to just show face.
Yes.
That's it.
I like that.
That accountability stings when you got a room full of people that you have to answer to.
I mean, it's the truth. I asked, the person that's trying to run for governor and how she was questioned about what land is China supposed to be taking from us. It's like it's crazy to me. Oh yeah, you haven't seen Marsha Blackburn's new commercial.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, and
a moment of silence, please.
We're this governor for the state of Tennessee. Oh, okay, just want to make sure.
So like that's when it comes to leadership like that, they don't want to be held accountable.
At
And so
all.
the more you are in front of them, taking them to toe,
Absolutely.
then the more they're going to understand that they need to either fall in line or lose their job.
Right.
And that's what I want people to understand. These people work for us.
That's
And
right.
if you don't like what they are doing, take them out of their job because they don't deserve to be in that seat.
And they need to be able to answer the questions, not tiptoe and dance around them.
Yes.
Answer,
Exactly.
be direct. Answer the
Yes,
question.
yes.
Yes, and also actually be in tune to what people in the state of Tennessee actually need.
Right.
Right. Like this whole idea of outside forces coming into Tennessee and just boggling Tennessee up. Nah, that happened right here. That happened
Yes.
right here with our current legislator, and that's where we are right now. And we have so many people out here, guys, trying to fight to get into these seats to make sure that we can turn Tennessee back around and get on the path that we were before we were hit with the supermajority.
Oh. So what would you say to someone who believes that their voice doesn't matter because they're just one person?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, a lot of our local elections come down to less than 100 votes. So every single vote matters.
Yes.
It can be that one person that gets us closer to the finish line. And even still, because I tell folks too, people get discouraged if they go out, they place their vote, and their person doesn't necessarily win. But what I like to say is, look at all of the people that showed up. Like right now, we are seeing a huge surge in civic engagement in this state.
Thank you, Jesus.
And I want people to be so encouraged by
Yeah.
that, and understanding and knowing that there are people here who are
Yeah.
believe and think just the way that you do and want the same things that you want. And as long as we can all come together collectively, then we can actually speak truth to power and make sure that we're getting the things that we want, especially here in Rutherford County.
Yes.
We went canvassing yesterday, and we met up at the fountains, and it was amazing to see a woman and her 2 kids walk past and say, "I'm one of those blue dots, so thank you."
Wow.
And that means a lot to me. It really does, because it lets me know that people are ready for change, and I'm
Yes.
ready to be that change for people.
Oh, yes.
Wow. Thank you for being ready.
Thank y'all for having me
Oh, it's
here.
our pleasure. Our
Absolute
pleasure.
pleasure.
How can families begin creating a culture, where civic engagement and voting becomes a lifelong habit? Oh, every time there's a voting, I don't care when it is, what it is, Angela Bingham will be in the
Right
polls. Do you
there.
hear me?
Yeah.
And early voting at that, because
Yes.
things can get busy in my life.
Yeah.
So, and it's just an honor for me to go in there and push that button. And a lot of times, I think what Angie and I are trying to do with Simplicity is in the community area is we want people to be informed.
Yeah.
Who to
Yes.
vote for? What do they stand for?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it somebody that, even if you can't vote for them, can you tell somebody who is in that
Yes.
district or in that?
Yes.
Yes.
We need that kind of communication.
That's
So
right. Yes.
go ahead with that.
Yeah.
I
So
get excited.
I mean, the first thing is take your kids with you.
Yeah. See, we talked about that.
Make them a part of the process. I
That's
don't think
right.
I have
Yes.
ever went and cast a vote without at least a kid with me, right?
Absolutely, yes.
And then as your kids get older, continuing to have the conversations about the things that affect them specifically, right? Like all these school board decisions, they affect my kids, because my
That's
kids are
right.
the ones in school, and so I want to make sure that they understand that these people control how your environment is, and so it's in your best interest to know and understand who these people are and what values they have.
Yes.
The other thing is it's just basic government education. We do not have a robust curriculum that really
No.
teaches our children how the government works, right? I mean, you get the 3 bodies of the legislative, executive, all of that stuff, but it's like what happens here inside of the state of Tennessee. What does it mean to be a state senator? What does it mean to be a House representative here in the state of Tennessee? What does it mean to be a county commissioner? Even your property assessor. I hope folks were a little bit, unhinged about the letters that they got from the property assessor. Guess what? That is an electable job
Right.
too.
Yes.
So
Right.
again, if you're feeling it and these people are not doing the work that you want them to do, this is your chance now to get people in there that you want to be in there. And you made a great point too. If people say, well, I'm not in your district. Okay, I'm sure you know somebody that is, or else you wouldn't be here, right? And even then, people say, well, how can I support you? At the very, very minimum, follow my socials, share the information, help me get the word out, drop a comment so the algorithm will help do its thing. And then, the next step after that is just talking to people about me, right? And then the next step after that is maybe be a volunteer. You don't have to live in Rutherford County. If you know of someone who is really trying to make change, especially in a race that's going to be hard for them to get over. Because another thing folks need to understand, these incumbents have 6 figures already in their coffers. And it's great when we have those standout, candidates who are able to bring in a large sum of money. But right now for local candidates, that's hard. It's a push right now because because of the redistricting, we now have so many candidates on the congressional level primaried against each other now. And so a lot of resources are put into that right now. So what I would say is, help the local candidates. Please find one that you vibe with, that you love what they're saying, you like what they've seen, what they've done in the past, and help that person get elected. Even you don't like door knocking, do like Jeremy, drive the car. He doesn't necessarily want to be out there knocking doors, but he will drive me and my my canvassers around so that we are able to hit those doors. So it's not just a one size fits all type of thing, right? There are ways that everyone can use their unique ability, their unique talent, doing something that they love to do in the first place before a cause that they will feel good about.
I like that, and we want to
Yeah.
just have that from generation to generation.
Yes.
because they have to keep those values
That's right.
close to heart.
Yeah, yes, indeed. So, voting is both a right and a responsibility. Why do you believe every eligible citizen should exercise that right?
Because it is up to us to make sure that we are leaving this place a better one than when we came into it. That is how I live my life, right? I have 5 children, and I don't want to leave this earth knowing that I didn't do everything that I can to make things better for them, that I didn't fight to make sure that they were in good schools, that I didn't fight to make sure that we're able to make ends meet so that we're able to feed and house and clothe all of our children, right? Like those are the things that are important. And so that's really what the takeaway should be, is that the power is within us. We have to be the change that we want to see, because right now we do not have a lot of people in office that think that way.
No.
And so what we really need to do is to be that change for ourselves.
Yeah. It's sad that the current younger generation has fewer rights than we have.
Yes. Yes.
That is, it's almost depressing.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they've been running this race for the last 50 years, right? And a lot of us are just now catching up. And so, this isn't going to be a quick fix for us. This is not going to all go away after mid-elections, right? Midterm elections. We can make a good, solid foundation during midterm elections, so that way we can show these folks we mean business, and then continue the work on from there.
I tell you, and then when you have people that have the mindset, oh, it's just one vote. Well, if you and 100,000 other people have the same mindset,
Yeah.
that's 100,000 votes that don't get cast.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's why we are where we are right now.
Once again, we encourage you to get out and vote. Register first if you're not registered. I think that deadline is coming up to get registered. But then early vote. Once again, we want to encourage you to early vote.
Yes.
Early vote. Do
Yes,
you hear
yes,
me?
yes.
Early vote. If you want to get a group of people, you know how you can go out to eat and all that kind of stuff. Get a group of people, say we're going to go vote today.
Yeah, make
You know,
a day of it.
Right.
Yeah, make a day of it, and I would like for you all to come to the town hall meetings.
That's right.
When we have those meetings, it is very powerful, because power for the people is meeting and seeing who has your best interest
That's
at
right.
heart.
Yeah.
And like we stated over and over and over, when you vote for the people, you can hold them accountable, because like Angela Wynn said, they are in the office working for the people.
That's
Yeah.
right. And you can go to Go Vote Tennessee. There's information on that site for voters. I think the deadline was it the 7th? Has it already passed? Because early voting starts on Friday.
Yeah, voting starts July 17th, and it runs through August 1st.
yeah.
And then the primary is August 6th, but the primary also goes along with our local elections.
Yes.
So I believe the last day to register to vote did pass. I'm like desperately looking on my Instagram because I know the
Yeah, I
date
think-
can't remember it
I
off
know
the
it was
top
in
of my
July.
head.
Yeah, I think it's already passed, but you can still go ahead and get registered for the
Yes.
next election.
Yes.
Don't let that be an
Yes.
excuse. Don't let that stop you,
Yeah.
because elections will continue.
Yep.
So just get registered now for the next one. But it's vitally important that you get your name on the roll.
Yeah, and if you're not registered to vote and you can't vote in this election, and you know other people that want to vote, and you're able to help get them to the polls, that could be your thing.
Yes.
Ride share, yes, very important. We have to do what we have to do as a community.
Yes.
To make sure people who can vote can vote.
Yes.
Don't take your voting privileges for granted. I tell you, the way that some of the things are turning so quickly, we can be back 50 years, 70 years, 100 years backwards, repeating history.
Yeah, I mean the SAVE Act already passed one chamber,
Yes.
and now we're very afraid of the other chamber passing it as well. And that right there is a huge, glaring example of how they want to take away our right to vote.
Elaborate on that a little.
So part of the SAVE Act, what it will do, it will require you to present documentation that the name on your government ID matches what is on your birth certificate. So for someone like me who has gone through 2 name changes, it's not only providing my license, but it's providing my birth certificate, my first marriage certificate, my second, the dissolution of divorce when I changed my name then, and then my new marriage certificate and all that. And it's like, for me, I have all those things, right? But not everybody else does. And they don't necessarily have the resources to be able to get it, right? This whole idea of just go online, you can get your birth certificate, that costs money.
Sure does.
And you are really going to think about whether you're going to spend $100 on this birth certificate, or you're going to take that $100 and feed your kids. So it's just another barrier to keep people from voting, specifically women, because the powers in be are really tired of their progressive feminist women and how they're out here voting incorrectly. So now the next thing is we want a head of household vote, right? We don't want y'all to vote. We want the person in the house who is the head of household to vote for you. And the sad part is you see a lot of these young girls and they're agreeing with it.
Yes.
They're agreeing with it.
That whole feminist mindset, they're labeling women as feminists that are able to think for themselves.
Yes.
And I think it's insulting just because you give us a label just because we can think for ourselves and don't need someone else to make decisions directly for us. I just, it's so frustrating when people use that term, because I want my right to vote. I've had it since I turned 18, and I don't want it taken away just because I got married.
Yeah.
So I understand when I went to get my new ID, I left my marriage license, and she was like, gotta go get it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I had to drive all the way 2 cities over to get my marriage license. And I was like, wow. So now I keep everything, like,
Yeah,
the whole kit and caboodle.
Electronic everything.
Oh my gosh, it is just, that's wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it
I
is.
was gonna get that new ID because you're not gonna mess around with my right to vote.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's how serious it was for me.
Exactly.
My.
Wow.
Can you let us know your socials so that our listeners can follow you?
Yeah. So my website went live yesterday,
Yay!
finally.
Awesome.
And that is awinforsenate.com. It's AWYNNFOR Senate.com. And all of my social media handles are the same, at awinforsenate.com. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook. I have a TikTok campaign page, but everyone seems to like to follow my personal TikTok page because I like to repost a lot of good information so people understand what's happening out here. So yeah, please follow along on my journey. To tell your friends about me, and if you have a little bit of money, that would be great. I always tell folks, you don't have to have a lot of money, right? I've gotten donations as small as $2.72. Every dime counts. And if you feel like you want to make a bigger contribution, $10 a month through the election, right? It's what, July right now. That's what, $50-$60 that you can have, I can have over the duration of my campaign. So please don't think you have to have big money pockets to donate to someone. That $2.17 can go towards stamps that I need to thank you for donating to my campaign.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. So how can community organizations, churches, schools, and local leaders work together to increase civic participation?
Yeah, so I really think a lot of the organizations here in Rutherford County are doing an amazing job of that right now. I think a lot of our nonprofit arms out here understand that we are all fighting for the same volunteers. So since we all have the same collective mindset, no matter what your focus is, right, we're all going to come together and we're going to figure this out. A good example of that
Yes.
is RUCO Action. And RUCO Action will get together all of the local community organizations, you know, Planned Parenthood, SOCM, things like that. And we all get into one room and talk about what our needs are and how we can best support each other. So that's one thing that we can do, is making sure that we're partnering with other organizations that have the same mindset as us, and understanding the importance of not only, you know, getting people encouraged to, you know, be civically engaged, but also teaching them what it means to be that way.
Okay. Yeah, it's the partnership
Yes.
is so necessary, right? We don't have time
Yes.
to bicker and go against one another. We have to, like you said in the beginning, we have to do this it has to be collective action.
Yeah, it does. And you know, a lot of our advocacy work is rooted in, you know, faith-based organizations.
That's where we started.
Yeah, and
Yes.
and that's why I appreciate the both of you, because you guys understand that, you know, faith without works is
It's
dead.
dead.
Moment of silence.
Woo! Said that yesterday.
Yes, yes.
And so, you know, I put out that challenge to a lot of our faith leaders to make sure that your flock understands the importance of getting out there and exercising their vote, to make sure that their voice counts, that their voice matters.
Yes. And it truly does. I tell you, civic is the only word, one of the words that I know when you spell it backwards, it still comes up civic, because it matters that you make a difference. Come on, our lives matter each and every day, each and every day. All right, it is time to do a pause again. And this pause is to how to stay connected with simplicity.
All right, all right. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Simplicity Radio. You can also listen to us in podcast format on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, and Amazon Music streaming services. Just search Simplicity Sunday.
Oh, I love when people stay connected with us. And Angie, I do believe God is going to do a multiplicity of things using our gifts, ability, and talents,
Please,
because
Lord.
we're
Yeah,
humble
yeah,
to Him.
yeah.
And anybody who comes on Simplicity Radio, you know that we have prayed already for your journey and what you're about to face.
That's
so,
right.
and you're already ordained to do, because we will not, if we have somebody and God says we're not going to do it, but when God says yes, we're right there.
That's
Amen.
right.
And
That's
we
right.
encourage you,
Walking in obedience.
Angela Wynn, to walk in the footsteps and
That's
be
right.
be a person who's always in tune with your surroundings, and always know that God is above all. And when God tells you to do something, just do it, you know. And you have your husband, you have your support team around you, and family and friends. And like I said, be encouraged about
Yes,
your
yes.
race. Be encouraged about your win.
I appreciate
Be
that.
encouraged, because greater things are just coming to you. There's a very calm peace about you that I can tell that people can talk to you and you will
Yeah.
listen.
Relatable.
And we need people who know how
That's right.
to listen.
Well, thank you. I
That's
appreciate that. I was on Ed's show maybe a month ago, and
Oh yes, we love Ed.
I love me some Ed Raymer. And one of the callers called in, and that was one of the concerns that he had, is how, you know, elected officials aren't listening to the people. And we were on the subject of public schools, and he said, well, why doesn't our school system have lobbyists, right? All of these other, you know, organizations and industries, they have people that go up on the hill and speak on behalf of us. Why don't we have that? And I said to him, your elected official is your lobbyist. right? You elect me. I'm the one that listens to your concerns and takes it up on the hill to make sure that your voice is heard. So that's another thing I want people to take away, right? Like, you want folks that are going to listen to you, and in order for them to listen to you, they actually need to show up and be engaged. I was asked, how do you plan on being accessible to your constituents? And I said, in my mind, those are my employers. Why would I not be accessible to them, right? My door will always be open. I still plan on doing community work with the organizations that I love, but also it gives me the opportunity to work with organizations that I maybe not have worked with before. A great example of that is the Carpenters Union. I am so excited, whether I win or not, to partner with them to help them get trades back into school.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
So for me, you know, the work doesn't stop no matter what. And I believe in servant leadership.
Yes.
Absolutely
Amen.
believe in servant leadership.
I feel that.
Yeah. And so, you know, I'd say I love my tagline. You know, if you live in District 13 or you know somebody that you love in District 13, I would be honored to be your senator.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
It is.
So
Well,
sincere.
Yes. In closing, we always say, and I hate this part, we are not out of talk, but we are out of time. And one day we will have shows, and then we go 24 hours, because I think this is so needed and necessary. So we want to thank everyone for tuning in, listening to us. God bless you. And may your week go well. And Angela and hubby Jeremy, thank you for attending.
Yes,
Angie,
absolutely.
Renee, you know I love you.
I love you too.
And we saw Dalton earlier, and God bless you. And Connor,
We
love
love Connor.
you. And Bo.
Hey, Bo.
So we just want to say, remember that simplicity is not for some time. Simplicity is for a lifetime.
Yes.
Simplify your life with Jesus Christ. Good night.
Good night.
Night, y'all.
Night.